All right, y'all, foundational flow. Let's start with a march. Good posture here, checking in with our hips, our ribs, and our shoulders. Breathing in 360 degrees through the diaphragm, getting ourselves just set up for success here. Great job marching. We're going to add some arms, little circles back here. You can continue to march or pause here. Little circles engaging all of the muscles along the shoulder blades, thinking about the posture muscles that hold us in nice alignment here. Bringing our circles a little bit bigger. Great job. Last big arm circles here, and then we'll prepare for a standing cat-cow. We're going to inhale into our cow position, exhale into our cat position, using the breath to guide the motion. Good job. One more big inhale, exhale to neutral, and come to standing. Now we're going to do some squats, widening the stance, externally rotating our feet. Inhale down, exhale up and reach. Staying in, inhale down, exhale up and reach. Perfect. Last little bit of our warm-up here. One more reach and done. We're heading into a few more squats here. Now taking a narrow stance, inhaling down, exhaling up. Feeling the glutes lengthen on the way down and strengthen on the way up. If you're looking for some variation, feel free to widen your stance and take a little bit of external rotation through the feet. Again, for some variation, we can also go into narrow squats. Last one, and rest. Heading into wall push-ups now, making sure that our hands are directly under our shoulders and we're making an arrow position at the bottom of our range of motion. If we're looking for a little more challenge here, we can always take our hands to a bench or all the way down to the floor. Whatever feels challenging yet supported. Last one here, and rest. Onto our mat, we're doing bridge here, lifting the hips and lowering. Exhaling up, inhaling down, matching movement to breath, feeling the glutes relax on the way down and engage on the way up. Ideally, we will end this range of motion in alignment from our shoulders to our hips to our knees, but go to where your body is best supported. Last bridge here, and rest. Coming on to hands and knees for bird dog, we're going to inhale down, exhale opposite arm, leg up, alternating sides here. Keeping the core nice and strong, hips are stable, back is at neutral, not a flat back. Last rep here. Very good. And rest. Back to standing for some cross-body crunches, pulling arms across the body and down to the hip. We'll be here for a few reps before switching sides. Keep the core strong and use your breath to really power through these movements. Last one, and we'll switch sides here. Again, core strong, breath to power the movements. Hard exhale on that chop. Last one, and rest. Rounding back to our squats, feel free to play with any modification that feels appropriate. We can keep the feet about hips width apart, widen them into plie, or bring them narrow, all to hit different sets of muscles depending on what we're working for today. Going into our last squat here, and rest. For our second round of push-ups, we can continue on the wall or bring this down to the floor on either knees or toes. Same cues here. We want to end up in an arrow with our body at the bottom of our range of motion, index fingers pointing forward and our hands directly under our shoulders. Remember to keep your head in nice alignment here, especially if choosing a modification that's a little bit of a challenge. Last push up here, and rest. Coming back down for bridge, inhaling down, exhaling up. If you would like a little bit more intensity here, you can always reach your hands up towards the sky. This tends to get our abs to engage a little bit better, and when our abs are engaged, our glutes are going to fire even better. Last lift and rest. Back to hands and knees for our bird dog or our opposite arm-leg extension. Remembering to keep the abdominals engaged here to support a nice neutral spine. Last lift here and rest. Back to standing for our crossbody crunches, using the core and the breath to bring real power here. Last one, and we'll switch sides. Last rep and rest. Great job, warriors. Let's begin our cool down. Coming into a comfortable position and focusing on our breath. We want a diaphragmatic 360-degree breath, finding expansion through the belly, through the side ribs, and even a little bit through the back. We should feel this all the way around. Big expansion and a full exhale. Last big breath here, and then we'll be coming with our feet extended out in front of us for a forward fold. We're going to keep the spine long here, which may mean our forward fold isn't that impressive. That's okay, we'll hold for a few breaths here. But because we're nice and warm, we can go ahead and release into that rounded back position, letting the head rest, continuing on with our good breathing pattern. One more deep breath before coming onto our backs for some floor angels. Find a comfortable position and a neutral spine as you exhale, sweeping arms up overhead, and inhale, arms back down by your sides. If your arms need to come up off of the mat to support this, that's totally fine. Once again, going to the place where you're challenged yet supported. Last one here before we move into our figure 4 stretch. Crossing one ankle over the opposite knee and pulling that knee in towards your chest, feeling a nice big glute stretch here. One more deep breath here before we begin to switch sides. Doing the same thing on this side, pulling that knee to chest as far as feels comfortable and staying with our good breathing pattern. One more deep breath here, and we'll find our way to sitting in the safest way for our bodies. That's it, warriors. You did great.